Hey y'all, this is your girl Tysheen, and we're gonna talk about my favorite TV show, and it's called Stranger Things. I've been watching Stranger Things since last year. Last year, of course, 2016. I think it was somewhere in the summertime I started watching Stranger Things. I think it was somewhere in the summer or maybe the beginning of the summer, I believe, but I just don't remember. I know it was somewhere around that time I was watching Stranger Things. But anyway, when I first saw Stranger Things for the very first time, I was like, okay, I'm starting to get into the show. But then when the season was over, I was like blown away. Like, I am a die-hard favorite fan of this show, and I couldn't wait for season 2 to come. So I finished watching season 2. I was trying to wait till, like, I didn't want to watch all the episodes, you know. Like, I'm one of those people who were like, okay, you know what, let me not try to watch all the episodes at once. Well, it didn't work. I ended up watching all the episodes. I'm finished, and let's just say I was blown away. Like, this season to me was like the best. It was more intense. You know, the young actors on the show, they just started bringing out they talent out more. I'm not saying that they're not talented, but this season like really showed their emotions, and it was showing a whole lot. Okay, so if you haven't watched the show and you didn't finish watching the season, watching the episodes, then I don't think you should watch this video, because it's gonna be a lot of spoiler alerts on this show. Well, you know, a lot of spoilers. So if you have not watched the show, turn this video off. Come back later. Do not watch it, okay? Because I don't want you to get upset with me if I start talking about certain things. That you're gonna be like, what? I can't believe that happened. So yeah, don't watch this video. All right, so let's just start with 11. I have my notes here because I don't want to forget anything. Okay, so now for the people who saw the show and when you finish watching all the episodes, okay, we could talk now, right? Okay. Anyway, let's start with 11. 11 did the actress who played 11, what's her name, Miley Brown something. I think her name is Millie Bobby Brown, I think. Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown. But anyway, she did a great job. Love it. We just found out that she has another name. Her real name, I should say. Her birth name is Jane Ives, I believe. Yeah, her real name is Jane Ives. She found out, I guess, by paper clips, and she did all her research, and she found out her real name. And also, she has another name. Does she have another name? No, that's it. But you know, she has different names on the show, of course. You know, of course, we all remember. Of course, we know her by name 11. Then Mike, and I guess some of the kids, they call her L, right? So now her real name, of course, is Jane. I don't know if I would feel about her name being Jane. I'm sorry, she would always be 11 and L to me. I hope, you know, I don't Jane. No, let's just keep that names. Let's just keep 11 and L, okay? Like, those are my favorite names. But anyway, what else? Let's talk about the fact that, oh yeah, let's talk about the fact that I'm glad they explained to us where she's been. And come to find out, she's been with Hopper. She's been with Hopper all this time, and I'm glad that he's been like a father figure to her. You know, thank God for that, because he's a great guy. You could tell he's a very lovable guy. You see how the way he had his daughter before, you could tell he went through it. When his daughter had passed away, he went through it, and I guess it feels kind of good to know that he has someone that he could care for. And 11, she really needs that father figure. She really needs that person that's gonna care for her and love her like a father's supposed to love her. Because even though she called the other guys, the scientist, Papa, he wasn't no Papa to her. You know, but then again, that's all she knew. She only knew about that guy since she was a baby. But Hopper is like a real father to her. So I'm glad the writers kind of put that together, you know. So yeah, so I'm happy for that. So yeah, so she's been living with him in his father, I think it was his father's old cabin that he never used. And I like the part where they were showing that, you know, they was cleaning up the cabin, and he was trying to make it comfortable for her. He went grocery shopping, you know, that's home. That was home for her. Of course, it's always going to be home for her. I don't know what's going to happen with them, because not that he adopted her, like that's his child now. You know, so let's see what's going to happen with that. But anyway, what else? She met her mom. Finally, she met her mom. And I don't know, all this time I didn't know her mother had some type of power. Did I miss something in season 1? I didn't know her mother had some type of, you know, supernatural type of power. I didn't, because how the way she communicate with her, I didn't know that. So anyway, glad she met her mother. But her mother is brain dead, so she can't really like physically like talk to her, like, you know, in person. She only could communicate with her mother by their mind. But when 11 first met her mother, I was expecting her mother to like snap out of it and just be like wake up and just be like crying, and she's, because her daughter's right in front of her. But that's what I was expecting. But of course, that didn't happen. So yeah, but it's good that she knows who her mom is, so thank God for that. But it'd be nice to know who her father is, her birth father. That'd be nice too, to, you know, just out of curious, you know, just being curious to know who her father is. Because I don't think, I'm trying to think, I hope I'm not forgetting anything, because even though her mother and the what's that guy named, the scientist, the guy who will let me call Papa, I'm trying to, did they have a thing together or something? I'm curious. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so it would be nice to, you know, for her to meet her father one day. Also, she met her sister, not her blood sister, but she called her sister because she and this other girl, they both was from the science lab, and I guess they've been playing since they was little kids, and they got separated. I guess a certain age they just got separated. But anyway, she finally get to meet her. Now in the beginning of the show, remember the beginning of the episode, the first episode, where in the beginning they were showing that these young teenagers, whatever you want to call them, they were I guess they robbed a bank or something, and the cops was chasing after them. When I first saw that, I thought that they all had powers. I thought these were the kids that was from the lab. For some reason, I don't know why. I thought that was all of them right there in that van together, you know, but it wasn't. Only 8 was there, who's supposed to be 11's sister. Her sister anyway. So anyway, she have her own type of power, and her power is kind of cool. Like, she knows how to make people see something that's not real. So that's crazy. Her power is kind of crazy, but it's not as, to me, I feel like her power is, I don't know if her power is not as strong as 11. Like 11 could make things move. She knows how to push stuff. She knows how to freeze things. She just knows how to, you know, she has more stronger power than 8. Yeah, 8 power is cool too. Like she know how to make people see something that's not really there, but in their mind they think it is real. So that's a cool power too. But I can't wait to see the other kids who are from that lab. I would like to know what kind of power they have, because they didn't show the other kids yet. So hopefully they'll show that in season 3. That'll be cool. Yeah, season 3, I hope they show all the kids. Yeah, so anyway, and what else? Okay, so she reunited with Mike finally, because Hopper has been having her, to me personally, she just seemed like a little, to me, I feel like she was like a prisoner in that cabin, because she was going on her mind. She wanted to get out. She wanted to go see Mike. She wanted to go see her friends. And he just, I mean, I understand why he had her locked up in the cabin, because, come on, like, there are people out there who still want to, you know, they're still coming after her. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so I understand he wanted to keep her safe. You know, any parent wants to keep their child safe. So, but her as a teenager, she missed her friends, especially Mike. Mike is the love of her life, and she just want to see him, you know? So yeah, so she finally gets to see him, and I teared up when Mike teared up when he saw her. It was like, that's love right there. If a man cry like that because he hasn't seen you in a while, that is love. That is love. Oh yeah, so what else? So 11 met Max for the first time, she don't like her because she felt like this girl is like trying to be with the group, or she trying to get a little too close to Mike, or she feel like this girl Max is taking over her spot. So of course she's gonna feel some type of way. I get it too, you know, because you thinking that, okay, well, hold on, Mike, he moved on with his life. Now he got some new girl now, and I've been thinking about this man for so long, and now I see him, he's moved on. So you understand how she felt. She, you know, some people were saying, you know, they feel like her character was being mean to Max, and I don't, maybe she was going too much. She was doing too much with the whole pushing her out the way and stuff like that. Yeah, I get that, I get it, but you know, she's a teenager and she loves Mike. And this girl gotta go somewhere. But we're gonna talk about Max too. We're gonna talk about her later. But anyway, so let's go on. I want to keep going. Oh yeah, so yeah, so what else? Oh, I have a question too. Do y'all think she and Max will ever be friends? I have that question too. I want to know if they will be friends in season 3. Like eventually they'll start being nice to each other and they'll end up being friends. We'll see. But anyway, and how y'all feel about the new name Jane? Like, these are questions I want to ask Will. He did a great job too. Great. He's a great actor. I don't know his full name. I know his first name is Noah. His name is Noah. Noah plays Will. And he needs to get an Oscar award or something. He needs some type of Academy Awards. Any award that's out there, he needs to get it. Every award that's out there, they need to present it to him. Because this young kid did his thing in season 2. Season 1 too, but season 2, most of the scenes that he did on the show had me in tears. Especially when he was so emotional drained because this thing won't leave him alone. He's scared. He, like, if that ever happened to a kid in real life, I don't know. As a mother, I don't know. I think I'll be emotionally drained. I don't know. My heart really goes to Joyce too. I don't know how she did it. She's a strong mom. Very, very strong woman. Cause I don't know. My heart really went to Will, boy. I'm telling you, this thing just won't leave him alone. We all kind of knew in season 1. We all kind of knew that something was going on with Will when he spit out that I guess what you call it, demodogs. What's the name of it? Demodogs. But it was kind of like a small little infant, you know, because we all knew what it was. But he spit it out, so we knew something was gonna happen, and everything went to the upside down. So we were like, oh boy, this thing won't leave him alone. So of course season 2 came, and we got so excited because we we're like, okay, yes, what's gonna happen to Will now? Now we're curious because we don't know what's gonna happen. But we didn't think all this other stuff was gonna happen to him. But anyway, because to be honest, I really thought that he was gonna turn into a monster for some reason. Because when we saw that him spin out that thing, I thought he was gonna turn into one. I don't know why I thought that. Am I the only one who thought that he was gonna turn into a monster? Like his skin's gonna start changing, and I don't know why. I don't know why I thought he was gonna turn into something. But how the way the writers did it kind of made more sense, you know? So anyway, yeah, so poor Will. Let's talk about the part when he was in arcade. That part was scary. When he was in arcade with his friends and he heard something outside and he's looking and he's like, wait a minute, what's going on out there? And in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, Will, do not go outside through that door. Will, do not go through that door, okay? Why are you going outside by yourself? Stay with your friends. Hold your friend's hand. I don't care. Do not go out there. But of course, as a kid, he's curious. He went outside to find out what's that sound, what's going on out there. He went out there and he said, hey guys, and he turned around. His friends weren't there. None of the people that was in that arcade was there. And I'm like sitting in my chair. I'm like, oh brother, here we go now. Jesus Christ. What do this thing want from him? Like, leave him alone. So then he went out there. He's looking in the sky. He's seen something. He knows something is out there. I guess he's seen a little bit of a shadow. I'm not sure at that episode, that scene. I don't know if he saw the shadow monster. But he knows something's out there. He turned around. Everybody was gone. And he looked around. Everything. You could tell. Of course, he was at the upside down. and that's where he was. And I'm saying to myself, hope he don't get stuck out there. But eventually Mike came through the door, and Mike was screaming at his name. I guess you kind of say he woke up. Now don't this remind you of a little bit of, if anybody watched this scary movie, it's called Freddy Krueger. We call it Elm Street, Nightmare on Elm Street. It kind of reminded me of, I don't know why it reminded me of that movie, because when you fall asleep, sometimes half of the victims, they don't know they fell asleep, and when they fall asleep, they're in another world that they can't really get out of, and then you have Freddy Krueger chasing you. I don't know why it kind of reminded me of that a little bit. Maybe it did. Maybe it kind of, you know, the what you call it, Duffer Brothers. They're the writer, the producer, and the creators of this show. I guess they was influenced by Freddy Krueger, because it reminded me of that. But anyway, so yeah, so he was having these episodes where he was going to the upside down, and I just like, oh my god, come on, like, leave this kid alone. Like, what the hell you want? What, you want water? Like, what do you want? You want to take over? Like, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, and he really helped Hopkins. Remember when Hopkins fell into the he was digging a hole because he wanted to find out what's going on with the pumpkins. You know, they was all like rotting out, and he was trying to figure out what's going on. And when he dig inside of there, he went inside the hole. You know, he went underground, and of course it was the I guess it was a big tunnel. And I'm just to myself, first of all, why Hopkins going in by himself? So eventually, of course, Hopkins went in there to find out what's going on. The vines was moving, and they was grabbing him, and they was like grabbing him, and then trying to, like, I guess they were trying to suffocate him, trying to kill him. But thank God Will warned his mother. He told his mother, Mom, I think something's wrong with Hopkins. He's in trouble. And thank God, because Hopkins would have died. If it wasn't for Will, Hopkins probably would have died. You know, because that thing was suffocating him. So thank God, and Bob too. Bob did a lot of help too. And we'll talk about Bob later, but how Bob did his thing too. Yeah, so not really much to talk about Will. It just sad that unfortunately he had to go through all of this, and thank God his mom saved him, because they all did. A lot of these people, a lot of these kids, the kids and all the characters on this show, they all smart. Everybody worked together as a team. That's one thing I like about this show, that they all work as a team, as a community. Everybody's getting together, everybody's trying to fight this damn thing and try to figure out what's going on. You know, I just love it. You know, so yeah. So what else? So that's it. And I can't wait for Will and Eleven to sit down and talk to each other. You know, just talk about what's going on. Like, they never really had, there was never a scene where they're them two together talking to each other. So that'd be cool in season 3 to see them two, you know, communicate with each other, you know, because she has been helping Will, and Will has been helping a lot of them too. In a way, he did, because he figured out certain things. But Eleven has been a lifesaver. I don't know, without her, I don't know how would they be able to how would they be able to, you know, kill this thing or get rid of it, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. If it wasn't for her, I don't know. Oh, I'll be I don't know. But anyway, so that's enough about Will. So thank God that thing came out of him, and hopefully it stays out of him and leave him alone for good. For now, because we all know something's gonna happen. So yeah, so like I said, he did a great job. So Noah, if you're watching this video, you did a great job, and you deserve all those. This is another character that I like, and I have a little crush on him. I do. I have a little crush on him, and his name is Steve. His thing too. When we first saw Steve, a lot of us thought he was just like this jerk. A lot of us couldn't stand him. I didn't like him either, especially when he broke Jonathan camera in season 1. I was like, this jerk. I can't stand him. I don't like him, and I'm like, I hope she leave him to be with Jonathan. I hope Nancy. I hope Nancy leave Steve to be with Jonathan, because Jonathan, he changed a lot though. He did change. I give him credit for that. When he was helping Dustin, to find that damn we call it Demodog, and I'm like, but if a kid came up to me and asked me to help them find some monster looking thing, I'm like, hell no. But Steve was really nice. He was like, you know, no, I'm gonna come and help you. He's like, all right, let's go. Superhero to me. Well, I shouldn't say he changed. You know what? I'm gonna go back. I don't think he just started changing when. I think he started changing the last episode of season 1, I think, because he had helped Jonathan and Nancy try to fight that damn that's not a Demodog. That one was a different name. Was it called? Oh my god, I forgot the name. I should have wrote my little notes on the name of those little creatures because they all have different names. Yeah, you can fight. Well, when it comes to fighting with a human person, he can't fight because he's always getting his ass whipped. Yeah, he did. The first season 1, he got his ass whipped by Jonathan. Then he got his ass kicked in this season 2, with Billy. Billy kicked his ass like really bad. I really thought Steve was gonna die in this episode. How the way Billy was like beating the crap out of him. So things he could fight. Everybody has this new name for Steve now, and they call him what they call him mom. What you call it? Something mom. I forgot the name what they call Steve, but I don't call him all of that. I call him the hero with the bat. I feel like you need someone like Steve when it comes to fighting these damn monsters. Like he could really fight. He sure know how to use that bat. So yeah, I call him a superhero with the bat. I was also heartbroken the fact that Nancy broke up with him. It's so funny that in the beginning I was like, oh, I can't wait for her to break up with him. She needs to be with Jonathan. But then I started liking Steve, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's breaking up with Steve. Like, no, don't break up with him yet. But I also like Steve and Dustin's friendship. To me, he's like a father figure to Dustin, because if you see, I don't think Dustin has a father around. It's just him and his mom. So I think it's pretty good that he has someone like Steve to who you know, a guy to look up to, because Steve has been a mentor to Dustin. So it's kind of sweet to have someone like that in Dustin's life.